Okay, and I'm just gonna do the same thing, you guys. If it's good with you and if it gets too noisy, we'll turn off or turn the mute on, but I'm gonna keep it open, and I was gonna kind of ask for you guys' help, tips, anything you guys have on this too. So, but tonight we were gonna kind of discuss, it got brought, a suggestion was to kind of discuss tonight how to help get our ambassadors started in the first 30 days. We've kind of done some of this talk, you know, with Dusty, what she's been implementing into when we sign up a new ambassador, sending, excuse me, those videos that she has, which has been working so amazing for me. I love them. But we kind of wanted to talk a little bit, and Mandy's going to help too, I think, a little bit on this as well. But just how to get people, you know, give them that opportunity in the first 30 days, because that's so critical for a lot of people. They sign up, they're excited, they're ready. You know, there's a reason that they signed up, and a lot of times it's because, you know, they either would like a little bit of financial help or they want to get their products paid for. Whatever their why is, it's really important to get them started within that first 30 days. So, okay, so a couple of things, you guys, I wanted to kind of go through. And like I said, we'll kind of see what you guys want to do as well. The biggest thing I think, you guys, one thing I think when people sign up, the first thing I'm doing, of course, is sending them, you know, those videos that Dusty has posted for all of us on the first 30 days, which mainly asks what their why is, what their goals are. Their why can be, you know, it changes over time, but of course we want to kind of find out what their why is, why they joined Plexus, why they, you know, what they're looking for. Is it because they would like to, you know, help and pay their car payment, you know, pay their car off earlier? You know, would they like to purchase a home? Whatever it may be. There's so many different whys, but I think finding out their why, you guys, is huge. And that's something that I know has really helped me, that I have been able to look back on, as well as the goals. Asking somebody right away when they sign up, I love to ask them, what are your goals? Are your goals to pay for these products? Do you want to make $200, $500, $1,000 or more a month? Because as we know, all of that is possible with Plexus. But that tells me, you guys, whenever they answer that question, it tells me kind of, okay, how I'm going to help encourage them and maybe push them a little bit. If they, you know, want financial freedom for their family, I want to push them a little bit more than I maybe do somebody that wants to get their products paid for, because that's great too, to get their products paid for. But somebody that wants to work the business, we kind of want to, you know, encourage them a little bit more. So something that has really helped me that I wanted to talk about is that list of 100 people. And it's the contest that we have going on right now on my page, Dusty's page, and some of your guys's. That's something I didn't do in the very beginning. And I really wish I would have now, because I'm working on that list of 100 and it's been amazing. I have been messaging people like crazy, texting, as you know, I've seen Marcin has been. You guys have all been doing really good at sending messages and stuff to people and reaching out to people. I felt so bad to do this because I thought I was bothering people, until I realized that's not what I'm doing. I'm offering them an opportunity, and that's how we have to look at it. Because I'm doing it, like I said before, there's a reason we all signed up as an ambassador, so these people need this. But that list of 100 is so important, and getting our ambassadors to make that list of 100 in the first few weeks. People will say, I do not know 100 people, but we all can figure out probably 100 people. Even, you know, trips to the post office. You think about maybe, you know, your mailman there, your UPS guy, anybody in town that you go and visit, plus your Facebook friends, you know, your school if you have kids, there's the teachers, the admins, you know. There's so many people to write down on your list and try to contact. But that's something I wish you guys had done a lot sooner. So getting that done, I think, is huge. The next thing I think about is three-way calls. This is also something that I have heard a lot of the diamonds have really implemented, and it's really grown their businesses, is three-way calls. And three-way calls can be, you know, with the sponsor, your sponsor, with somebody in your upline, depending on that particular person. But when you sign up an ambassador, and then you offer that three-way call with somebody in your upline, it just gives that third party credibility, and they're a lot of fun too. I really enjoy them, but it gets that person to kind of have that third party person saying, hey, look, this is what it's done for me, you know, both with the products and the business part. It's great. I think the three-way calls are also something that, you know, can be done at any point in time. But I think the three-way calls are so important within the first week to get that three-way call scheduled with your ambassador. So, and then the other really big thing that I wanted to discuss is launch parties. And this is my most favorite. A launch party can be so simple, you guys. It can be so simple. It doesn't have to be a big meeting. I know there's a lot of people that think with Plexus they have to sign up because and they have to do meetings to sign up because they see some of us posting about doing meetings. But that's not a requirement when you're with Plexus. It's definitely something that's encouraged as you start growing because you become a leader and you want to get out there and help your team. But these launch parties can be done at your home with a catalog. Your sponsor can help. If you want to, if you live away from your sponsor, or if you're their sponsor, you can Skype in and help them, or do a Zoom one as well, which I've done a lot of Skypes and I think they're great. And by doing the Skype meetings, you guys, what that is if you have Skype and they have Skype, and the person at their home, they can plug an HDMI cord into their laptop and into their TV. If their TV has an HDMI plug-in, they can plug that in, and then you Skype in, and then boom, there you are on their TV screen. And all of their guests can be sitting around their TV in their living room. They can see you, you can see them, and you can hear each other. And then I just do a presentation about the products, talk about the products a little, and talk about the business. It's great. It's easy. It's something, like I said, it can be done so simple, not hard. You don't have to know everything about the products as either being their sponsor, because a lot of times I've had a lot of people doing with just the catalogs, and then they just finish up with maybe some testimonies. Maybe they've shared my testimony about my blood sugar. They've shared, Dusty's testimonies about her skin issues after they've talked about the products. And then they just have a discussion. It's so simple, but that is huge, you guys, for getting ambassadors started right off of the bat. I think because it gets them introduced, their friends and family to a location. I love, for me, as most of you guys know, I love the house parties because for some reason it gets people there. People love to come over and have wine and cookies or whatever you want. You don't have to do appetizers and drinks, but it's a huge thing. It really, people, I don't know what it is, but people go when there's food and drinks. They will come to your house or a location. But the launch parties are just a fun thing. You want to keep it fun. It's, non-pressured. It's just informational only. We don't sell products there. It's for them to learn about the products in the business. But it gets that ambassador right away exposure with their friends and family on this opportunity. And it usually gets them a pretty close to 90% rate of people signing up as a customer or an ambassador for the guests that show up. So it's huge. One thing I love about that, do it within the first 30 days, that ambassador is almost guaranteed a check for their next month, which is they've earned that in their first month. Money is very motivational. So who does not like when they sign up and they get a check their next month? It helps them to be able to afford their products, maybe even more than that. And that to me is so amazing to be able to help that ambassador do that. Because there's that reason that they signed up. We can't just sign them up and then leave them, and feel bad. We can't feel bad that we're bothering them, that we're pressuring them. If you have somebody that tells you, I don't want this, I don't want to do this, that's fine. Then don't. But if you do have those people that are looking for the business and they want to share, it's just good to reach out and help them as much as you can within that first 30 days. And those are the biggest things, you guys, that I can tell you that I think really help is the launch party being a huge thing, getting that planned for them. And if you guys, any of you guys know, I'm always willing to help too on the Skype ones. So just let me know if you have somebody who wants one. I'm always willing to Skype in to their home and help with that. The three-way calls is the other thing that I think is huge. Making their list of 100 people or more, because a lot of people have a lot of more, and their goals, you know, how much they want to make, if it's just their products paid for, 200, 500, whatever they want to do, and then helping them figure out their why and writing that down. Those are my main steps that I kind of wanted to talk about tonight. Because I just think all of those are so important within that first 30 days. And it's very important in the first week to, like I said, to get that three-way call, to get that launch party scheduled, particularly within the first 30 days or soon after that, to help them get that. Encourage them to, you guys, the other thing is on Facebook posting. You know, help them, encourage them with their initial post. I was just speaking to one of my new ambassadors. We were talking about it, and she was telling me how, oh my gosh, in 4 days, she said, I have never slept so good in all of her life. It's been years since she slept this good. And she's not much older than I am, but she has this, I mean, it's been amazing, the story she's been telling me about how well she is sleeping. It's helping her health just by the way she's sleeping all over. She's not yawning at work. She's awake at night for her kids, you know, in the evenings. It's just, it's awesome to hear that. And so we were talking about that on Facebook posting, and she's going to post her initial post. Keeping it simple and real and just coming from her and just saying something like that. You don't have to have that miraculous testimony. Now, she said, Jeannie, I feel bad. She said, because you know, it's only been like 4 or 5 days that she's been trying the product. So she didn't know if she should post yet. And I said, absolutely. I said, because what you just told me is great and you need to post that, but there's a lot of people out there too that also have other health issues. And so they want to know what Plexus is about. So you can maybe help somebody that has another health issue, you know, that's maybe diabetic, you know, maybe has a lot of discomfort, you know, yeast overgrowth issues, all types of things. And those people need you to post that so that you can help them. And she was really excited, and she's going to post, and, you know, it made sense. But that's what a lot of ambassadors think when they first sign up. And I forget to tell people that sometimes, that don't wait for your miraculous testimony. That's going to happen, but you don't need to wait for it because so many people want that. So that reminded me, as well as, you guys, something else I learned with talking to her too tonight, or not that I've learned, but that I forget, is something else we need to help our ambassadors with is how to use Facebook. You know, how to, like Edith and I were talking about on some of the comments, or some of the contests, excuse me, on posting a video, you know, on teaching how to post a video. Teaching them how to go in and find the files, you know, not just telling them go to the files tab. A lot of people don't know how to find the files on their phone or their computer. They don't know how, you know, one question she asked me, if I'm on your group page and I'm commenting or liking on anything, she wasn't sure if her friends and family on her personal wall could all see that. So that is something, you know, that they think about that I forget about, that we need to just kind of reassure them. Some of those other little steps. I was not a Facebook professional when I got started with Plexus by any means. I learned along the ways. So I have to remember that it's really good for us to do that with our ambassadors as well. And just give them those tools. You guys, giving them those tools is so important. Not overwhelming them, just the simple steps of giving them the tools, how to post and how to do things. So those are just some thoughts I had. Andy, do you want to share a few things? I know you're on the road. Do you want to share a few things, or do you want me to ask for questions? What works for you? We'll let Andy unmute. Yeah. Go ahead, Andy.
I don't, that was it. I heard a ton. Yeah, do people have any questions?
Okay.
I think to that. Okay, I do want to say on that list of 100, I know that is so intimidating, and I broke down into 50 at a time. And then I also have a list of people for potential customers and people for potential ambassadors.
Perfect. That's very good point, Mandy. that's kind of what Dusty mentions is, you know, kind of your dream team. You want to have those, you know, top 20 circled of your top, you know, dream people that you would like to sign up to. So yeah, good point, Mandy, on that. For sure. Does anybody have any questions, or does anybody have anything to add anything? Because all you guys have been, you know, most of you guys have been in here for a little while. So anything you guys can add to that on what helps people to get their ambassadors started off? Anybody?
How do I get them motivated?
Well, the biggest thing I think there, Lisa, is, you know, getting them on a 3-way call, you know, with their upline, letting them know, showing them what the power of 3 can do by signing up, you know, those 3 people, 3 ambassadors, by sharing Plexus, you know, on Facebook. And of course, not everybody is going to have comments and likes on their initial Facebook post, because people have to realize it takes 6 exposures before a lot of times you'll kind of build that credibility with your friends and family on Facebook. So keep posting. You know, getting your first customer is very motivational. Getting your first ambassador is very motivational. So, but encouraging them, keep encouraging them, you know, be there with them. You know, maybe giving them suggestions on Facebook posting, you know, like I always say, be real. I think, you know, the launch party is another huge thing, because when you do their launch party, you know, even if they don't have a whole lot of people that show up, that's okay. You know, you've got 1 or 2 people that show up, possibly that's 1 or 2 that didn't before, but if they don't, you try again. I think just telling them and showing them a big part of, you know, of like what you've done, Lisa, you know, what you've been able to do, your customers and your ambassadors. You've grown an amazing team already, and you have an amazing amount of customers already. So showing them what you have done, they know you, so show them that it's possible. I think that's very motivational as well. So, and the encouragement, acknowledgement, you know, all of that is huge. Just being there step by step with them. So, any other questions, comments, you guys? Anything? Jimmy, do you have anything you want to add on ambassadors?
Forgot how to unmute myself for a second there. Something that I've been doing is when I get feedback from a new ambassador on what Plexus is doing for them, I have them go make a post and not mention Plexus in it. One of my newer ambassadors today, so last week she met with me. She's my level 2. And she was just getting her products, and it was, you know, I'm not going to post, I'm not going to work the business until I get some results and see what it's doing for me. And I was like, yeah, okay. Well, today she told me she's already losing inches and she's sleeping better and she's got good energy. And I said, we'll make a post. Don't even mention Plexus. She took a picture with her pink drink and, you know, said what it was doing for her. And she has all of these comments on it now asking her, what is it? What is it? What is it? And she's just private messaging them. So more people come in and they still don't have the answer, and they're like, what is it? What is it? What is it? So that's, I think that's a huge tip, is to not mention the word Plexus, keep them guessing with it.
Absolutely. That's great.
So, and now she's excited, and, you know, she's going to try to go to the meeting at the Lexus dealership with me tomorrow night.
Awesome. Yeah. And that's another big thing, Jimmy, what you just said, Lisa, is definitely the events, you know, the meetings, is getting your people to an event, to a meeting is so.
I'm trying.
I know. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. You know, it is hard. It's tough, because I know, you know, life happens and things get in the way with people, you know. I think once they start building and seeing the potential of the business, you know, too, then they want to go to those events. They want to go to those events. But when you can get them to it, it's very motivational because they're hearing people's testimonies. They're hearing about the products and business, you know, at a different way, in a different setting too. That is, the meetings are just huge for people. So that's another good point that I just thought about. So any other questions, you guys, or comments or anything that you guys do that I have not mentioned too, we can share with everybody. Okay, don't all speak at once. But that's kind of what let me go back to my notes, you guys. That's just it's keeping it really simple. I think, you guys, is a big key, because I used to, when I first started and I would sign up my ambassadors, I felt I had to like puke being ambassador all over them, because I wanted to share everything with them. I wanted them equipped with everything in the first 5 minutes, you know, and that's impossible. And it overwhelmed them where they forget the first thing that you talked about by the end of it. So I've learned, especially with Dusty's, I think that is the most important, is keeping, you know, like I was telling you guys before, we want to try to keep this as a team effort the best we can. So it helps all of us. It helps everybody. It helps our downline, duplication. When you're signing a new ambassador, I'm sending those 3 videos that Dusty posted to that ambassador, and I'm telling him, you know, please watch these. You know, let's set up a call tomorrow. You know, after you've watched this one, let's talk about your why. Let's talk about your goals. I've had them already where they've said, Jeannie, I watched the first video. You know, what personal development book do you recommend for me? You know, on the other video. And I'm like, that's awesome. So I've recommended. They've ordered the book. Those videos are so perfect because Dusty has kept them simple. She pretty much said exactly what I just said here, but it's a video that person can listen to too, and kind of write down their why, their goals. You can help them with that part of it as well, and then maybe cover more on the power of 3 I like to do, and help them with saying, do you know 3 people? That's the other thing, 3-way calls. And with your list of 100 is saying, hey, I can do a 3-way call if you want to, you know, you can pick out 3 people, you know, keep it simple. Let's plan some 3-way calls. See if you can get them. If you want to talk about Plexus, let's get on a 3-way call, and I'll help you with that. You help them. It helps them learn too. That's the biggest way of learning in this business, is by asking questions, you know, with your sponsor or your upline. And the 3-way calls are another great thing, because you're listening, you're learning right off the bat. They are as well. Then they know how to do them. When they, boom, sign up an ambassador, they're probably going to schedule a 3-way call as well. They send out Dusty's videos. You know, you send out that product video, which I love that she has in there. And they're equipped with just what they need to at least start posting on Facebook and sharing. And that's all they need. Then the rest is going to come. So
like, send it to them privately rather than have them look at the pages?
Yeah, no, don't have them look at the pages. No, you want it to come from you. So like, you want to send it, yeah, I would email it or private message it, however they prefer, and send them, you know, the first 30 days video, and then you can send them the product video, and then the compensation plan video usually last, because, or you can do it however you want, but that's kind of how I've been doing it, how Dusty posted it, and it's been really good. So I would private message the 30-day one first, and then tell them, say, you know, do you have a little bit of free time? You can listen to this. Let's set up a call tomorrow after you've listened to it. And then you discuss their why, the goals, their list of 100, maybe talking to them about, you know, setting up some 3-way calls to help them get those 3 or 4 customers that'll help get their products paid for, those 3 ambassadors to help them start, you know, building a team. You kind of help them get involved with that. And then you tell them, hey, I'm going to send you this product video. They listen to the, you know, a little bit about the product. It's kind of a short presentation of the products, and then send them that, the little video on the compensation plan. Then they're at least equipped with a little bit of information to understand the basics. And it's not too overwhelming, but one-on-one, Lisa, is best. Absolutely.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah. And then I love to do too, what I've been doing is telling them, especially after both the product and the comp plan video, is, let's visit again too. And if you have any questions, I have them write down whatever questions they have. Then when we visit, I can help answer questions, because everybody's going to catch something different out of both of those videos. So then it's real good time to plan, let's get your launch party planned. They're feeling a little bit better about, confident about the products, a little bit more about the compensation plan. It doesn't seem so scary. So let's get you a launch party set up. And then boom, you kind of roll with it. And I'm telling you, I would say 80% of the time, if you get an ambassador started within the first 30 days, to 45 days, but usually first 30 days, they get a check that next month. I mean, it's amazing how they will stick with it and they will continue to grow, because they see everybody loves that little check, even if it's like a $30 check that comes in. I think, Tina, that was Tasha's check, was like $30 or something her first month, and she hung the moon with that check. So it was pretty awesome. But you want to kind of encourage that in the first 30 days, because that is, people see that opportunity. If they don't get that opportunity in 30 days, it kind of dwindles down, that excitement. It kind of goes away a little bit, and it's just a little bit harder, to get them motivated, to get them to see the potential and help them, help their families or their goals and their why. So,
Jeannie, how do you save those videos to your computer?
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to do a video on that, as well as I'm going to do a couple of videos, because I was talking to my ambassador earlier about this too. But we did a video. I need to pull it back up, you guys. The easiest way for me, I do everything on YouTube. So I saved those videos of Dusty's are on, YouTube. I save them on my YouTube channel. And then I will do a video again and show you guys how to share them in a private message, a text message, on Facebook. But that's where I have all of mine saved. There may be, I don't know if you guys have if anybody on here has a different way that they're doing them. That's just for me. Does anybody else have another way they're doing those? Okay, all right. I'll show you guys how to do that, and I'm going to try to show, because Edith and I were talking about, like, on the contest, some ambassadors, didn't know how to post those videos in the comments for the contest. So we want to do a video to kind of show everybody that. So I will work on that for you guys, and that's something, because I do have a YouTube channel. I don't even know what it is, but I think it's under my name, but I will make sure and let you guys know. But that's something when I can show you guys how to get the YouTube. I have the YouTube app on my phone, and then I just have it on my computer. So it takes me like 2 seconds, and boom, I can share it to somebody, any of those videos.
So do you save it as like a favorite or something when you get in there?
Yes, I do. Yes, exactly right. Yep. When I save it, you go to save, and then it brings it up, save to, and I save it to favorites. Then when I go into my profile, go into favorites, there's all my favorite videos. So then, then I can share from there. You click on the little green buttons, share from there, and it'll bring up, especially on my phone, it'll bring up text message, emails, everything. And then on my computer, it's mainly like Facebook, email, Twitter, whatever. So super easy, super quick. I'll do a video on that to help you guys, and then show you how to place them in an email, show you how to place them in a Facebook message. You can even text message them. It's pretty cool. Pretty amazing. Yeah.
That'd be good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that too. Let me write that down, you guys. Okay. All right, you guys. Any other questions for this evening? Okay. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys for joining me again this evening. I appreciate it. I hope that helped you guys a little bit, and I'll get those videos made for you guys either tonight or tomorrow, and we'll get those posted to kind of help. So, and don't hesitate, you guys, on any of the comments or posts or anything. If somebody doesn't know like how to do that, please say that so I'll make a video at any time. Sometimes we forget, you put it real general, and then sometimes a lot of our ambassadors that are just starting need a little bit more description in there on how the heck do I do this. So don't hesitate to let me know, because I want to make sure that we're teaching those new ambassadors how to do this stuff. So, anyways, all right, you guys. Well, thank you so much. Everybody enjoy your snowy, if it's snowing like it is here, enjoy your snow.
No, there's no snow here. Are you kidding me?
Snow here.
Marston's got snow. I saw his dog in the video. That was awesome.